Hello, gentlemen. This is Derek Blackman Tate. And after just one, and I counted, one lesson of Hustlers University, this is who stands before you. A new man, a better man, the best man. Maybe not the best. Andrew Tate is still my Lord and Savior, but I'm just below him. If he is Darth Sidious, I am Darth Vader. That's what I'm talking about right here. And I'm just here to relay the message. Hold on. I'm getting a little bit thirsty. You know, you got to have your sparkling water. You know, you got to have little bubbles in there. Because if you don't have the bubbles in there, you're a poor son bitch. Own women, because they are property. And if you want to do it legally, the best thing that you can do is just marry them. No, don't marry them out of love. Don't marry them because you love them. Marry them because they are now officially yours. You get the papers and it says, boom, right there. They take your last name right there. They own you. That's why I married my wife. I own her now, and she does everything that I tell her to do. She cleans unpromptly. And I don't just mean clean the floors and do the laundry and all that. I mean, when I am in the bathroom doing my business, she is right there waiting for me to be finished, and then she cleans my bottom. And one of the better texts I've gotten from Hustlers University is learning how to strike my women properly. You know, I already know how to fight a little bit and stuff like that, but I learned true martial arts from the kickboxing champion, Andrew God Tate. And he showed me just how you properly strike them, where you properly strike them, so there's no bruising, you know, so people don't question, are you abusing your property or anything like that. You don't want to have to go through those loops and stuff, and you don't want to talk to all these people, have them possibly call the cops and stuff, and possibly interrupting your trafficking ring and everything. You want to avoid all of that, so you hit them in proper places, because rest assured, they are your property. They're not going to call the cops, but if other people see that your property has been damaged, they might call the cops on you. So you want to make sure you strike them in places that aren't very visible. And that was the mistakes I've been making. I've been striking my property in the face. Very visible.
Supreme victory!
Guys, I was actually going to shave my head because I've been thinking about just taking off the rest of my hair because I'm kind of sick of it right now. And I was if I had enough time to do it, but I didn't, the hair was gonna get all over the place, you know, it was gonna get crazy, and I was like, whatever, because it would have been better if I just shaved my head, just be more like him. But we did, I did my best. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Twitter Trash, and we're just gonna be talking about Andrew, or Emery, or Emirat, whatever, Andrew Tate, whatever the hell his full name is, but everyone just knows him as Andrew Cobra Tate, pretty much. And oh boy, man, this dude took off faster than almost anyone I've ever seen. He's been around for a while, and that's kind of the point. There's a lot of people that have known about Andrew Tate for a while. I've known about him for a few years now, and I found out about him through the podcast Your Mom's House. So years ago, they played a clip of him, his infamous "Women Should Clean Unprompted."
If you're sitting there going, that's sexist. Well, it's sexist for me to fucking pay for everything, isn't it, you fucking bimbo?
Wow.
And I thought it was pretty hilarious. I'm like, oh, this guy's a character, you know. I'm going to search him up on Twitter. And the funny thing is that he was following me already. This dude was following me. And then I was just like, damn, what does this say about myself? But that was before my main Twitter account got suspended, you know, for impersonating Trump. And then his account got suspended for, I think, reasons that he was trying to, I think it was doxing people or something, if I remember correctly. He was like posted up in front of people's houses and being like, yo, I'm right here, come outside, like, let's do it. Because, you know, there's people that talk trash online, and dude has enough money to actually go to people's neighborhoods and then stalk them and actually beat them up, because he's also a trained fighter too. So, you know, dude's got a lot going for him. And then I think he blew up because YMH invited them, Your Mom's House podcast invited him on when they moved to Texas. I think they moved to Austin, and they have a new studio. And I think, if I remember correctly, he was the first guest. And that podcast got over 1 million views immediately. I think that was how he initially got in the public sphere, to the point where even the comedian Andrew Schultz was blaming them for all the stuff Andrew Tate that's going on. And I think he's correct.
For you guys experience this too, like one thing goes viral, like when you guys fucking made Andrew Tate a superstar. Remember that? When now that my whole fucking algorithm is Andrew Tate, like, dude, I can't even open TikTok with my wife because every other video is like, bitches need to be quiet.
Now, of course, everybody else had to get involved because he was just blowing up so big. I mean, I had so many people that were just making TikToks and reels and shorts for him, really getting his name out there, which I think was kind of a dumb idea, which, you know, you guys know with the title of this video, he's banned from all pretty much social media platforms. So when you think about that, right, it's like, okay, maybe he blew up too quick. Maybe people were hustling too much for him. But at the end of the day, so many people, so many streamers, Hassan and all these big people started streaming and doing interviews and debates and whatnot, and dude was just undeniable. And it's one of those things where he's so charismatic in a way. He's a decent looking guy. He's not ugly. You know, some people would say he's ugly or whatever, but he's not ugly. Let's be honest about that. He's in phenomenal shape. He's a tall guy. He's basically what a lot of men would like to be. He is. He's rich, has all the cars, can fight really well. He can beat up most people on the earth that aren't trained fighters, right? It's just like he's got such a package deal that so many people are like, man, this guy's the real deal. Unlike so many of these, like, what do you call them? The pickup artist or the alpha male type of podcast or whatever. They usually only have like one thing to offer, just like some inspirational advice or something, or maybe they might be jacked or something. But this dude is like, oh, I got the money. I'm a trained killer. I got like all this stuff. I degrade women, which always goes apart with the alpha male stuff. He's got it all. So it's no wonder why he blew up as a character. And to the people that look up to these alpha male types, there was like, here's our new messiah. So I'm not really here to go hard in the paint on Andrew Tate. There's so many videos out there that have been made that have really been showcasing all the stuff he's been a part of, all the allegations, the trafficking stuff, just a lot of, you know, the videos of him abusing women and all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there like that you guys can deep dive into. And I'm just here to say that, you know, the character that I enjoyed all them years ago has been tainted by finding that stuff out, right? It's literally on the same line as Alex Jones to me, where Alex Jones was this character. And I'm like, I enjoy this character, but then when you find out a lot of the stuff he's been involved in, when you deep dive into him, you're like, damn, you can't really enjoy this guy as a character anymore because he's kind of a piece of trash. And kind of the same thing has happened. Alex Jones, banned from social media. Andrew Tate, much faster, banned from social media. Like, it's because people were saying, oh, this is like a free speech kind of a thing. I'm like, I think it has to do with not just the wacky stuff they've been saying, like Alex and Andrew. They're saying very different stuff, right? But it's just the stuff that they're involved in and some of the effects of some of the stuff that they've done. People are like, I don't want this on my platform. And unfortunately, for many people, since these companies are privatized, you know, these aren't subsidized companies, that this is the lay of the land. The companies that the people want to protect all the time and say private companies could do whatever they want, like back in the day with the whole, you know, they don't have to bake gay couples a cake and stuff like that because it is their right and all this shit. It's the same fucking principle. It goes for these people. Even though you don't like these companies like Twitter and all that stuff, it's the same principle. So you have to stand behind that if that's what you actually believe. You know, that they have the right to do as they please, and they are banning these people because they don't want them on their platform. Regardless of if you agree with it or not, you just have to kind of throw your hands up and be like, it is what it is at the end of the day. Now let's look at a couple of just some of the tweets things. Some of the biggest tweets that have come out of a lot of this stuff from the banning. And I thought this was really funny because somebody was just showing there's a weather guy named Andrew Tate. They're like, damn, dude, this guy's probably so confused about like what's going on because you see this reply and somebody just immediately, you fucking wife beater, just immediately. And this guy's like, what? There's lots of tweets of people saying like, oh, Andrew Tate makes so much sense, and it's just showing these disgusting rooms, you know, with just a bunch of garbage and food all over the floor and just living in the worst like squalor and stuff. And I mean, it's pretty accurate to the people that actually take Andrew Tate seriously and they're like, this is good advice and this is what's actually going to help me grow as a human being. Yeah, those people are probably pretty disgusting. They don't really have much going for them because if they did, they would see Andrew Tate and they would just be like, oh, well, this guy's a character. This is over the top. This is kind of funny. Or you would be like, this is just completely disgusting. Whatever, wherever you land on it. But you wouldn't be saying, this stuff is pretty factual. There's facts here, the truths here. You're just laying truth bombs. This is how you need to hustle. This is how you need to treat women and all this shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, those are the people that are living like that, for sure. This is an interesting tweet. I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. Now that women have standards and won't accept the bare minimum, men are struggling to find partners, and thus you see the rise of right-wing propaganda, i.e. Andrew Tate, who assured men it's not them but the women with the issue, and the solution being to dominate them. I mean, this assessment isn't completely on point, I'm gonna be honest, because I think people are always missing the main point of how stuff like this is even able to happen. It's just stupidity. It always bare bones, strip everything away. It's just stupidity. Stupid people can only be susceptible to stuff like this. You know, because I've seen some of the ugliest people just get with some of the most beautiful looking women because the dude has confidence, or he's he's safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, where a woman wants to be in a nice relationship and be safe and not be abused and stuff, and this guy's gonna really appreciate me and everything. There's so many of these loser type of men can easily pick themselves up and be a much better person, and then actually get a mate very easily if they were told the right stuff. But here's the thing: stupid people are easily distracted. They're easily amused. You tell them, you know, all these hustler type people, these alpha male people, they act like salesmen. They're not trying to actually give you real advice. They're trying to sell you something. And stupid people are very easy to trick to sell stuff. You can sell a poor, stupid person, right? Doesn't have much money, but you can convince him to take out a second mortgage. You can convince them to do all this stuff just to get this car that you know they can't afford. It's an unfortunate thing, right? It goes for anything. It goes for the way that how people are acting very cultish when it comes to politicians, like the way that they're treating, the way that people are treating certain people like they're the second coming of Christ. I'm like, that's all stupidity. It's all dumb people. You can't trick smart people into doing stuff like this. So it's like we get to the problem when you talk about like, oh, women having better standards, so that's the problem. The problem that men are getting desperate. I'm like, that's not the problem. These people are dumb. That needs to be fixed first. Oh, Jake Shields, man, I respect you as a mixed martial artist, but man, you're just going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of just bad takes. People are freaking out about young boys looking up to Andrew Tate, but totally fine with young girls looking up to Cardi B and the Kardashians. Jake, what are Cardi B and the Kardashians doing that is comparable to the stuff that Andrew Tate has done? I don't know, are the Kardashians or Cardi B, are they being investigated for sex trafficking? Is there multiple videos of them terrorizing women and, you know, having women, you know, close the door, scared of their life to get hit again? Do they have a multi-level marketing company, a scam? Do they? I mean, maybe they have some of that stuff. I don't know. But I'm just like, the stuff that like Andrew Tate is involved in, some of the worst things that people could offer to people, scams, trafficking, illegal shady stuff. One of the reasons why he moved to Romania, so he can practice and do things very, you know, under the radar, pay cops off, stuff like that he said himself. And I'm like, how is that in any way, shape, or form comparable to like the Kardashians that would have a reality TV show and what they put Botox and plastic in their face or whatever, sell makeup or whatever, clothes, I'm assuming. Cardi B, a rapper that just talks about like sex or something. Do you see the problem when I say stupid people? The problem, do you see what I mean? There's 45,000 just idiots out there that think this is a good take. And there's obviously more of them, but only 45,000 people really saw it and liked it. It is the core problem to people like Andrew Tate. They can only exist by taking advantage of stupid people. It's as simple as that. You know, it's an unfortunate reality. You know, not everybody's going to have the privilege to be smart or whatever. Some people are just going to be born in certain situations. They're going to have parents that don't care. And then they're just going to be left by the wayside. And then people like Andrew Tate will be there to pick up the pieces, but not in a way that truly helps them, in a way that just profits from them. It's as simple as that. It's not like Andrew Tate is actually offering good advice and wants people to be better. He's charging you $50 for stuff that's already on YouTube for free. Banning Andrew Tate is dumb. Ideas should be challenged, and if he spreads misinformation, it should be countered in the public sphere. This is such a great thought to have. And what it is giving people the benefit of the doubt, like say, they're going to actually listen to the counter arguments of the misinformation. Because if you're being honest with yourself, you know that's not what's going to happen. The misinformation goes out, and the people that like what it sounds like, they like what it is, and they like who it's coming from, that is truth. That is gospel. Somebody else that comes around that they don't like says, here's the real evidence, here's the real truth. They plug their ears. It's as simple as that. Here's a great example of something that just happened recently, right? The Mar-a-Lago, the raid, the FBI, they get it signed off by the appointed Trump appointed judge. You know, the head of the FBI is Trump appointed. Just to let you know that this is not some conspiracy. This dude picked the person. Trump's supposed to be the competent guy and picking the right people, right? So he picks these people. They do their job. They sign off because Trump stole shit that he wasn't supposed to steal. You know, just because you're a former president doesn't mean you just get to take shit. But for some reason, his fan base think you can. They think this is unprecedented. This shouldn't happen. Like, you know, it was totally fine when Hillary Clinton was being investigated by the FBI just days before the election. It's totally fine. They thought it was hilarious. They're good for her. This is what she gets. But now their God King is in a little bit of trouble. And like, this is the craziest thing. This is unacceptable. I can't believe this is happening. This is war. All this crazy stuff. Tim Pool saying, oh, there's going to be a civil war. I really think this is going to happen and all this stuff. They're peddling the same bullshit. And it's like, do these people really, does it really seem like these people are listening to the truth? Does it seem like public discourse and that battle of ideas really means anything to these people? Zero consistency. They don't care. They just want the person they like to be right. And they will remain right no matter what they do. I mean, Trump said himself that he could kill somebody and he would still get away. He would get away with it. He is absolutely 100% correct on that. And so that's why Mudhar, I have to disagree with this because it doesn't do anything. It does not work. We would love for it to work because the truth, facts, it's all out there. But why is it there's so many people in America in particular, tens of millions of people that will not look at any data, will not look at any facts, don't care about any of that shit? Why is it? Because they're dumb and they don't care. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has gotten pretty long, pretty hard. Like my piece. Ever since I joined Hustlers University, my dick has grown 3 inches in size. And it's much harder than it's ever been. So if you but yeah, you guys take care and I'll see you in the next video.